and welcome. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it has been about a year since the release of my first book. And I'd like to preface this video with a big, overwhelming thank you. I've personally been overwhelmed with how many of you have purchased it, with more so though the amount of wonderful comments that have come from it, with the amount of artwork that you've sent me after buying it and reading through it and working through it. And you know, you put a lot of time, you put a lot of work into things like these. This took me so long, but it's been so gratifying seeing all of the rendered results out of all of you. So to begin, I'd like to say a big heartfelt thank you to all of you who have purchased the book, who have supported me, but then also to all of you who have sent me nice little messages saying how much you've learned from it, how much you've enjoyed it, and the work that you've created because of it. So starting this video, I would just like to say a big thank you. With that said, I put the book out about a year ago at this time because I knew that the holidays were coming up and I knew that people would want to be creating things for their family, their friends, and more so their loved ones. And I kind of wanted to help with that as best I could. I wanted to put something out that would make all of that a little bit easier, that would make you all feel a little bit more confident about making these things for these people. And that's why we made the book, that's why we put it out when we did, and I'm so glad that it's done what it's done. But we're coming up to that time of year yet again. And I wanted to do something again. Now, I don't have a new book, but for those of you who weren't able to get the book yet, for those of you who found that it was maybe a little inaccessible, I wanted to ensure that you could. So from now until the end of the year, from today until the last day of the year, the book is going to be 30% off. It's going to take it from $27 down to, I believe, $18. And what that really means is that hopefully for a lot of you, that you can get it, that it's accessible, that you can now learn from it and create beautiful things again for friends and family in this time of year. Now, for those of you who are unaware, the book is called The Essentials of Acrylic Painting because that's essentially what it is. It is about how to paint with acrylics from start to finish, everything you need to know to get to a great painting. In it, we talk about incorporating shadows, blending paint, how to get your paint to glide on the canvas, creating depth, three-dimensional subjects, making things more realistic, and the book is incredibly dense. There's a lot of information in it, but going into it, writing it, I made sure that it was accessible. That was my #1 goal with packaging this information. I needed to ensure that whether you were a true beginner or an intermediate painter, that A, you would learn something, B, but you would be able to interpret it and go and incorporate it as well. I wanted to ensure that it was as understandable and accessible again as possible. So if you are a beginner, if you are an intermediate painter, and you want to create something nice for a friend, for a family, or maybe even just for yourself, then it is now on sale. It is on sale for the rest of the year. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you learn a lot from it. I can't wait to see what you create with it. And as always, I'd just like to say a big thank you. I've been wildly humbled with the success of the book, and I guess there will be new 10-minute paintings very soon. With all of that being said, you stay creative and have a wonderful week.